Schappert is calling on line 7.
I'm not here. Tell him I'm at lunch.
Looking for your baby. A little Frankenstein waiting for a feast.
Hello, sir. Can I help you?
Yeah, can I get a tuna on wheat and make it a combo with large iced tea, please?
Okay, then. Pull her out, please.
That'll be $8.75, please. And $1.25 is your change.
What the?
You know, Larry, I'm beginning to think you are ignoring me.
Terry, what are you doing?
I'm getting your order. What does it look like? You want mustard or hot sauce? You forgot your iced tea, man. That Larry, he cracks me up. Speaking of which, this episode of Hollywood Weapons, we're gonna crack a safe with water.
Hurry up!
Yeah, buddy. Hold your horses. I got it. Good food takes time. I'm Terry Schappert, and as a 23-year U.S. Army Green Beret veteran, combat medic, sniper, and close combat specialist, I've been tested most of my life. I'm here to put Hollywood to the test. This is Hollywood Weapons. All right, so the other night I was up late, like usual, watching movies, and I saw a really good one, The Score. Robert De Niro and Edward Norton are very skilled thieves, and in the film, there's a scepter in a safe located in the Montreal Customs House. Problem is, they ain't got enough time to break in the normal way, so let me show you. De Niro's character makes a small hole in the top of the safe, fills it with water, then drops an explosive charge down inside. The pressure from that explosion forces the door off. Single cheese, no mayo. Order up! So, would that really work? All right, now we talked about Pascal's law in the Criminal Minds episode about how it would interfere with the function of the gun and the round, but in this test, it's gonna actually determine if it works at all. Nothing. To the refresher course. Pascal's law is pressure applied to an enclosed fluid is transmitted undiminished to every part of the fluid as well as to the walls of the container, meaning that water or fluid will not compress. So the idea is, once this safe is filled with water and the explosive charge detonates, the non-compressible water will push out and throw that door open. So, can you really do that? Can you blow up a safe with water? This guy has not answered a text all day. It's time to go DEFCON 1 when I'm done mopping.
You know I can see you, right, Terry?
Oh, hey, Larry.
What is it this time?
I want to blow up a safe with water.
You owe me an iced tea.
Yeah, well, you drove off. I'm here at ISS, the leading prop house for TV and film in the world. And Larry Zanoff is helping me figure out how to open a safe with water, just like they did in the movie The Score. I mean, I think it's a really cool movie. I never get tired of watching it. And I think it was one of Marlon Brando's last, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, he passed away shortly after completion of the project.
So, the way they did it in the movie, do you think that would work?
Well, you got to realize there's a couple different things in play here. They use, of course, the idea that you can't compress liquid, you know, and
Right.
they use that as the explosive force applied to the safe, you know. At the same time, you want to blow up the safe but not destroy the contents that are inside of it.
Right.
And you're right there when you're blowing up the safe, so you don't want to blow yourself up either.
So, I mean, because we are dealing with a few different variables and a couple different objectives, there's got to be some math here.
Yeah, obviously there's a lot more math involved here. I mean, the formulas we're used to using for things that go go bang are a lot different than a formula for something that goes boom. Okay, and here we're gonna do something that really goes boom. So we're gonna need to bring someone in who has a federal explosive license as well. Luckily, I think I know the guy.
I think I know the guy you're talking about, too.
I think you do, so why don't you go ahead and get in touch with him.
Okay.
I'll get the safe going, get everything ready. We'll meet out on the range, and we'll have safety protocols in place, see if this thing could actually work. I even have kind of a plan B in place in case it doesn't.
Yep. Surprise me.
Oh, you'll be surprised.
So when Larry said explosives, I immediately thought of our mutual friend, Andre Ellingson, a legitimate special effects guru and a guy who loves to blow stuff up. So let's call him.
Hello.
Andre, it's Schappert.
Hey, Shap, what's up, man? I'm very busy.
One word for you, explosion.
I'm in. Just tell me where, when, and what.
Yes. Andre.
Terry, what's up, dude?
Thank you for doing this on such short notice.
Love the idea.
First, possible?
You know what? I think so. The water has to go somewhere.
And in the movie, they say it's just physics, so that's what I was thinking.
Well, the challenge is getting the right amount of explosive to the right amount of water, okay? So we need to run some tests on this one.
Love a man of science. Have you been working on it?
I have. I took some tanks that will fill with water. I just want to see on a smaller scale what the explosives do, okay? This is the detonator. And this is the explosive.
You couldn't even wait, could you?
Well, you said the magic word, explosion.
There's no fish.
Okay, so this is our first test tank. It's filled with water and ready to go. I'm gonna bring JD in, and we're gonna start loading this up.
Killer. So how much water, charge, what do we got?
This is 29 gallons of water in this plexi tank. Right here, we have the detonator and the charge that I showed you earlier in the truck.
Nice.
Okay, this is gonna get the job done for this tank. This is a smaller scale, but it's gonna show us what's gonna happen inside that tank on a larger scale. Get behind this safety plexi here.
Okay. I gotta say, man, you guys are always impressive with how seriously you take the safety bit. And I get it, you know?
Yep, safety's key. I'm just gonna go into my detonator here.
Yeah. Let's
You
go.
ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, fire in the hole. Here we go. Huh?
Why is it always fun to blow stuff up?
It's like, just like we talked about.
As you can see, the concussion of the charge forces the water outward. And because we know water doesn't compress, the pressure is too great for the walls and they break. Pascal was a pretty smart dude. Okay, I would call this destruction.
It is.
It worked.
It did. It's exactly what we're looking for. It shows you the power of such a small amount of charge in water.
And also proves, look around, bro, the safety concerns that we need guys like you to think about, because there's fragments up there even where we were standing.
Yeah, it only takes one small fragment of this shattered plexi
day.
to ruin your day and ruin everybody's day.
All right, mate, so what's next?
Well, I always like to go bigger.
I agree.
So I'm gonna bring a bigger aquarium in. It's a different material, it's tempered glass.
Of course.
More gallons of water, which means we're gonna increase our charge a little bit so that we begin to see things on a bigger scale.
Yeah, I know you're cloaking this as scientific inquiry, but I just know you like to blow stuff up.
I do like to blow things up.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Why don't you do this one, buddy?
Thank you.
Okay.
See, we just know, don't we?
We do. Let me bet my ears
You're in
on.
control, though, right?
Yep,
Okay.
I'll call it out. Fire in the hole. And 3, 2, 1.
Oh, boy.
You see all this glass that hit us right here?
Dude, it's like someone just throwing a handful of rocks at
Yeah,
us.
it's
you know?
crazy, crazy powerful.
Even on a small scale, the force of the water is awesome. That's a 50-pound bag of sand being tossed in the air like a pillow. Well, okay, pretty big destructive power, so I think that charge made a difference.
It did completely.
But here's the thing, you know, the destructive power is the actual non-compressible water, because it has to go somewhere, and it went somewhere, shredded the tank. Phase 1 complete?
Yeah, totally. I think we should move on to the metal safe.
I like where you're going with this. My man.
All right.
Huh. Blowing a safe with Andre and Larry. Yes. Yes. It is Christmas every day on Hollywood Weapons. Now, this all started because I wanted to see if you could blow open a safe with water and an explosive charge, like in the movie The Score. Larry from ISS has supplied all the props we need and, as always, created a safety protocol for us to follow. Andre Ellingson is my demolition man.
Oh, God. Really, Terry? I've worked with De Niro, and trust me, you're no Robert De Niro.
Yeah, I work with De Niro. Okay. This is really small.
Well, baby steps, Terry. We got to prove the concept first on something small before we move on to the big safe.
Yeah, there's a couple issues we're concerned about with this.
The main one, of course, being how well something like this will hold water. The level of the water has to be as high as possible within the safe at the moment of detonation for this to even work.
Okay.
All right, so why don't you grab this, go ahead and start filling this safe up, and I'll get the water turned on.
Shap gets the
Get that
hose
doors
job
closed.
as usual.
And you're good to go, sir.
Yeah.
we're getting
I was
water
afraid
here.
of that.
Yeah, it's really
yeah.
the larger the amount
So
of
guys,
water.
boys, it's really leaking everywhere, and it's only going to get worse if it gets more full.
Yeah, I was afraid of that.
And, you know, safes aren't meant to be watertight. Even the big safes, they have holes in the base so that you can bolt them down to the floor.
So can we caulk it or seal it anyway?
You know, I really don't think that's going to work. Once the water pressure builds and that pressure starts doing outward, it's going to blow.
Guys! Well, hold on a second. You guys aren't saying we're done already, are you?
No, we're not done. I'll be right back.
So yesterday, we demonstrated that in a watertight environment, the principle of the test works, but with even a small safe, the water leaks out. Andre thinks he has a solution.
This is going to be a plastic bladder. It's going to hold the water in the safe. Keep pulling it down, Tom. Make sure we have plenty of plastic.
Larry, what's your take on this?
Well, you know, like we said, the water has to fill the safe up completely, and the only way we can give it to get out is right through that door. So if this bladder holds the water in position at the moment of detonation, we got a pretty good chance here. It's a good idea.
Right on, so what's next?
Let's fill it with water. Let me just put this in. Okay, go ahead and give me some water over there.
On you.
Okay, as we can see.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's working, dude. It's nothing's coming out, so it's gonna fill up in the size of the safe, right? All
So
right,
that'll
excellent.
eventually expand. This is opening up now. That's beautiful. I'm gonna close the door so it can fully expand.
Nice. I mean, way to solve the problem. I mean, so we ready to blow this?
Yeah, I don't think at this stage we really need to. You know, all we really need is a bigger bladder and the bigger safe, because we have proof of concept right here.
So it is time for the big one. Andre cuts the hole and inserts the bladder, making sure the scepter is safe and sound. We begin filling the safe with water and insert the explosive material. Now, 2 tests have been successful on glass and plastic, but will this work on a steel safe? All right, lads, I see we got the safe. I know you guys filled it with water. I also see that figure there representing Robert De Niro, whose character was right on top of it.
Yeah, we got about 175 gallons in that safe, and as far as power, it's about 4 times as much as the biggest aquarium that we tested.
You think that's gonna be up to the job?
I think it'll get it done.
All right, man.
Okay, everybody's accounted for. Let's make the range hot.
Okay.
All right.
By the way, folks, if you've ever had a moment where I have to tell you don't do this at home, this would be it. I've got a team of world-class professionals backing me up, so don't do it at home.
Terry, why don't you do this one?
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Let's go safety, everybody.
Okay, range is hot. Okay, and detonate in 3, 2, 1.
We're out here at the range and we're testing a scene from the movie The Score, where Robert De Niro's character blows open a safe by first filling it with water, then inserting an explosive, thereby using the pressure of the water to force open the door. We've done a couple of smaller tests, and Andre solved the leaky safe issue, so it's time to try it for real.
Range is hot. Okay, and detonate in 3, 2, 1.
Gosh. Hey, look at this.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect anything less with the power and the water and the size and the mass and everything we had going on. Total destruction inside.
I mean, look, man, total mayhem and destruction.
Yeah.
Is this what you thought would happen?
You know, we knew that safe was going to come apart, and by judging this, it's 40 feet. We had it at 30 feet, but we're totally happy with this.
Here's the thing, though. This is great, and it is, but it means nothing if the treasure inside was destroyed or lost. So we got to find it.
Let's go see.
Come on.
There it is.
There it is.
Guys, look. The scepter got through it. The demolition man, our thief, he survived it. So
Undamaged.
what do you think? Is this what you thought was going to happen?
Yeah, pretty much. You know, I understand the forces at play here, and this is pretty much what I was thinking. So pretty happy with it.
Well, there you go. Another one down on Hollywood Weapons, and once again, we prove that something you see in a movie. I just got to wrap up.
Yeah, well, we're not done yet.
What do you mean?
Well, this wasn't the only movie where they used explosive force to get into a safe.
What do you mean?
Well, think about it. Kelly's Heroes, they used a tank to bust down the bank door. Thunderbolt and Lightfoot, they used a 20mm cannon to bust through the vault.
Wait a minute. Did you bring a tank here?
No, my tank's getting detailed right now, but I did bring a 20mm anti-tank rifle.
And another safe?
Well, what else are you going to shoot the anti-tank rifle at?
Dude, that's pretty,
Finally, you're speechless.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, yes. This is a beast. I mean, we're safe cracking.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is a beast, man. This is the 20mm Solothurn used in World War II by the Germans. We are used to our average 50 cal right here.
Shot a lot of them.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
sure you have. 12.7mm projectile, 99mm shell case. This guy right here shoots a 20mm by 138.
Significantly bigger, Larry, significantly bigger.
Significantly bigger, and it's a belted cartridge.
Okay.
So it's almost like a magnum round for an anti-tank rifle. Now, we blew up a safe earlier from the inside.
Right.
Now we're gonna have some alternative facts on how to blow up a safe from the outside.
Nice.
Obviously, our #1 problem here is our proximity to the target. We don't want any kind of splashback or anything, so we're gonna be shooting from behind protected positions here.
Okay.
With a lanyard. You and I will give it a pull, and we'll see what it does to our safe. Okay, and firing in 3, 2, 1.
Woo!
Right through it. Will you look at that?
Nicely done, sir.
You can see that it's a 20mm hole, but if you shot multiples of these, you could probably reach in there and just pull anything you wanted to out of the safe.
The problem would be that everything in the path of the 20mm slug would be destroyed. This was worth you making me speechless.
Well, that's the way I like you, Terry. That's the way I like you.
So, as you can see, physics plays a large part in what we did today. Pascal's law showed us that the safe was no match for the expanding pressure of water caused by the explosive charge. We also proved that you can send a 20mm round through two sides of the safe. And both tests verified that we can walk away with the score. All right, so what do we learn today? Well, in the movie The Score, Edward Norton made a huge mistake trying to double-cross Robert De Niro, who plays one of the best safecrackers in the business. Also in that movie, that quote, "It's just physics." Water, while soft and flowing, is one of the most destructive forces on Earth, whether it's washing away a house or cracking a safe. I'd like to thank my excellent Hollywood weapons team, my partner in crime, Larry Zanoff, and of course, Andre and the Demolition Boys for making this fun and eminently safe. So if it's late at night, you're watching a scene from a TV or movie, and you think to yourself, can you really do that? Reach out to us at outdoorchannel.com/HollywoodWeapons, and maybe, just maybe, we'll put it to the test.
Hey, you still owe me an iced tea.